I'm still working on my car. And I meant to record some things to share with you that I forgot to record to share with you. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I made the shades, or am in the process of making the shades for my windows. So they're stealth shades, black on the outside. So people don't know that I'm in my car. You really cannot tell, which you'll see. They'll also insulate my car to help keep some of the sun out, and I can turn them, kind of even out the temperature in my car. This is one of the ways that I'm doing that, and I've also got some other things that I'll share with you, just not in this video. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, the first thing I did was I took some heavy-duty aluminum foil and I pressed it into my windows to measure them out and to make kind of a template for them. So this is actually my, let me see if I can get a better shot. This is actually one of my front windows, and I only needed to make one and then just use that template to do 2 shades for the front. I also have, let's see, this one is for my windshield, rear windshield for my hatch. That was the biggest, most difficult one. I even made little ones for the side back windows. So back to the front side window shades. Once I got the template, I took some of this, which is called Reflectix. I bought my first roll on Amazon, and then I ran out. I didn't have quite enough. So I was able to get some at Lowe's. And it's like bubble wrap, but it's got shiny stuff on both sides. So once I had the template made of foil, I used it to cut Reflectix into the size and shape of my window, and it goes in pretty well. I tried them out already. And the next step is to cover them with black cloth. Okay, so this is actually a sheet that I got at Big Lots. I got a full-size set of sheets for like 15 bucks, which is definitely less expensive than if I'd bought the cloth at a Joann's or something like that. This was the best price I got. I'm going to use this cloth with some adhesive to cover one side of each shade. So the adhesive that we're going to be using is this, which I guess works really well, except that we have found that this bottle at least is really hard to push the little nozzle down, so I have an assistant. Wave hi, assistant. There's my assistant. All right, let's get going. Go ahead. So there's my assistant trying to get this thing going. We'll ignore the dog hair all over it. And we're hoping that we can get it going. Here we go. The directions on the can say to let it sit for 10 minutes after spraying, but we have found that to not be necessary, especially since I'll be wrapping the outside. So we sprayed the sheet, now we're spraying the actual Reflectix. Two-handed job. We have 4 to do today. All right, so we place the sticky side of the Reflectix to the sticky side of the cloth. Smooth it out with your hands. And we're gonna flip it over carefully. And then use a rolling pin to make it as smooth as we can get it. It's not gonna look great, but it doesn't really need to look great. And just wanna make it stick. There we go. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit while we're doing the next one. So we already put the adhesive on this one a couple days ago, so it's, it's on there. Not great, but that's okay, because we're gonna I'm gonna trim up these edges and wrap it around, and then put some tape, not Scotch tape, but like Christopher's gaffer's tape we're gonna try, and if that doesn't work, we'll do some duct tape. All right, so I have trimmed up the edges. And now I'm going to take the little ends and I'm going to wrap it around. And then Christopher has provided me with gaffer's tape, which I think is going to work just great. All right, Christopher has provided me with a hands-free way to show you what I'm doing so I don't have to keep stopping. So this is the gaffer's tape. I have trimmed this up. I've done this part already over here. But this is really wide. I feel like it's too wide for what I want. So I actually cut a little split down the middle. And it tears really nicely, actually. And that way I just get however much I need, like that. I trim it up. A little trick that I use to keep the tape from going back to the roll and sticking to it is I'll snip it, but I won't take the scissors off. The scissors kind of keep it open for me. So now I'm gonna fold that over. I'm gonna tuck that in a little bit, I think. Fold it over. I'm just gonna go all the way down. And in using it, I'm finding the gaffer's tape is nice because it doesn't stick too much that if I need to lift it up a little bit and redo it. But that one looks pretty good. My first one that I did not look great. This is the second one. So I'm gonna go back here. See how it's still up because I put the scissors there? Peel a smaller piece off. About like that. Trim it. Leave the scissors on. Fold the little corner in. Like so. Gaffer's tape, if you don't know, is kind of cloth-like. It's like kind of like duct tape, but I'm really liking the cloth. He has this for his photography stuff. There we go. That's that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other sides and get back with you. All right, well, I got the gaffer's tape on. It is not pretty, but you know, I'm a first timer. I have hand tremors and I think it'll work just fine. Let's go try it out. Okay, just for reference, this is what my car, it looks like before I put the shade in. As you can see, you can totally see through. If I were in there, it would be real clear that the car was occupied. All right, I had to switch windows because I was doing it the wrong way. All right, I'm gonna put this in there. Put it in there real tight. There we go. That's what it looks like from the inside. And this little gaffer's tape is gonna hold on the black cloth and also kind of seal any little places where light might go through. Now let's see what it looks like from the outside. There we go. Stealth camping. Even with the lights inside, you wouldn't be able to tell there's anybody in there. So that's it. One down. 6 more to go. Yikes. Okay. Real life, you know, I'm not a pro at this. I'm learning. I learned that it matters what side you spray it on and what side you do the cloth, because the one that I just did does not fit in the window. I would have to completely redo it if I wanted to do a good job fixing it, but I think I'm just going to do a half-assed job fixing it and learn from my mistake. I'm just going to use gaffer's tape and wrap it like a present, because apparently this side, which I just did, which is supposed to go in the window, it doesn't fit. It's supposed to be this direction. And of course, it doesn't do me any good to be stealthy because the silver side is out, which means people would totally know I'm in there. So I'm going to use some cloth. And I'm just going to use gaffer's tape and wrap it like a present and see how it works if I don't spray the adhesive this time around. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so I did the cloth like kind of like a present. And actually, now that it's black on both sides, it's even stealthier. You can see nothing inside and you can't see the foil either. So, Christopher locked my door again, so I can't show you the inside. but just know that this shade here has cloth on both sides, and actually I really like it, so I think I'm going to do that with the rest of them. All right, so there we go. Success.